toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Arkansas's offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad.
There he goes! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Spits it out to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. So Missouri's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
Missouri wants to go fast. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. There he goes down the right side. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Buys a little extra time. trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Got it behind the line. It's clapped. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Off the play fake. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Horn. This time he's got it. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Missouri gets to the line quickly. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed.
He lets it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Dropping back, it's Horn. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Picks up the first down. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Missouri wants to go fast.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll move the tight end. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. He's already made one field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to pull that schooner away offensively. They're up by 7 over Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the running back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the toss. Shows him the stiff arm. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Works the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. He's going to run it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds a little space. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Makes the grab. It's Hayden. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback extends the play. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. It's complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Terry. Turning it on. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Horn. Got a man, it's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. Absolutely center cut. That'll make it a two-score game at 16-7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Give to the running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Back to throw. It's Horn. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. From the gun, give on the inside. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease, he gets to the 39.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Across the 25. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab on the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll give it to him again. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A designed run for the quarterback. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. You just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off play action. Quick step and go. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Quick release on the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. Made a defender miss. Touchdown Tigers. And the route is on.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, how big is the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry? They call it simply the game. And here's the final wrap-up. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Makes the grab. Got room at the 35. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll go back to the ground. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the... It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town,